Welcome to Fleur Fluency. Let's practice English conversation. We will cover food, travel, work, and daily life.
Welcome back to Fleur Fluency. I'm Fleur.
And I'm Haren. Hello, everyone. We're really happy to spend some time with you today.
Can I ask you something before we begin?
Of course. What are you thinking about?
Why do some people study English for years but still feel uncomfortable when they hear a normal conversation?
That is a good question. I think many learners spend a lot of time reading grammar rules and memorizing individual words, but they do not spend enough time listening to English in complete natural conversations.
Exactly. They may understand every sentence in a grammar exercise, but real people do not speak like grammar exercises.
No, they don't. Real conversations move from one topic to another. People react, laugh, pause, change their minds, and sometimes forget what they were going to say.
That last one happens to me in every language.
Me too. So today, we are not going to give you a difficult test, and we are definitely not going to ask you to memorize 50 rules. We are simply going to talk about real life in clear, natural English.
We'll talk about mornings, work, food, travel, technology, health, home, weather, and free time.
You can listen while you are walking, cleaning, traveling, or sitting somewhere with a cup of coffee. You do not need to understand every single word. Just relax, follow the conversation, and notice the phrases that appear more than once.
After each topic, we'll explain a few useful words and expressions, and near the end, we'll ask you some questions so you can think about your own life in English. There is no pressure to answer perfectly. A short, honest answer is enough.
So make yourself comfortable, get a cup of tea, coffee, or water, and just listen. Your English practice starts now.
Section 1. Morning routines. What time did you wake up this morning?
My alarm went off at 7, but I did not actually get out of bed until about 7:15.
So you stayed in bed for another 15 minutes. Were you tired?
Very tired. I went to sleep later than usual because I started watching a documentary and wanted to see how it ended.
Let me guess. You planned to watch 10 minutes and then you watched the whole thing.
Exactly. It was about people living in extremely cold places, and I became completely interested in their daily lives.
What time did you finally go to sleep?
Around midnight. That is not extremely late, but I normally go to bed before 11, so I could feel the difference this morning. What is the first thing you usually do after you get out of bed?
I open the curtains and let some light into the room. Then I go to the kitchen and drink a glass of water.
Do you drink coffee immediately?
Not immediately. I try to drink water first because I always feel a little dry when I wake up. Then I make coffee about 10 minutes later.
That sounds quite healthy. I make coffee almost immediately, before water usually.
Yes, I know water is probably the better choice, but coffee helps me feel like the day has officially started.
I understand that. What kind of coffee do you drink?
I make a simple black coffee at home. I used to add milk and sugar, but now I prefer it without anything.
Oh, I could never drink black coffee first thing in the morning. It tastes far too strong for me.
You get used to it. What do you normally eat for breakfast?
It depends on how much time I have. On a calm morning, I make eggs and toast. If I'm in a hurry, I have yogurt with fruit or grab a banana on the way out. Do you ever skip breakfast completely?
Sometimes, but I usually regret it by 10 o'clock. I'm hungry and cannot concentrate properly.
I'm the same. If I don't eat breakfast, I start thinking about lunch before the morning has really begun. What do you normally eat?
Oats with banana and a little honey. It's easy, filling, and quite healthy.
Do you eat the same thing every morning?
Almost every morning.
Does that not become boring?
Not really. I like having one simple decision already made in the morning. I don't want to think too much about food.
That makes sense. Some people prepare breakfast the night before, which probably saves even more time.
Yes, especially if they have to leave the house early. What time do you normally leave?
Around 8:15. After breakfast, I take a shower, get dressed, and check that I have everything in my bag.
What do you usually carry?
My phone, keys, wallet, headphones, a notebook, and a water bottle. I also take lunch with me if I remembered to prepare it.
Do you often forget your lunch?
More often than I would like to admit. Sometimes I prepare it, put it in the fridge, and then leave the house without it.
Oh, that's painful. The lunch is completely ready, but it's still sitting at home.
Exactly. Then I have to buy something near work, and food in that area is quite expensive. Do you prepare your clothes the night before?
I sometimes try, but usually I decide in the morning.
Does that take a long time?
It can. I look at a wardrobe full of clothes and still feel that I have nothing suitable to wear.
I have never understood that problem.
I know. You wear almost the same 3 shirts every week.
They're reliable shirts.
Reliable shirts. That's a new expression.
They're comfortable, simple, and easy to match with everything. Why create unnecessary problems?
You know what? You may have a point.
Vocabulary review and reflection. Morning routines. Let's look at a few useful morning expressions. The first one is, my alarm goes off. When an alarm goes off, it begins making a sound. For example, my alarm goes off at 7 every morning.
The next phrase is, I press the snooze button. The snooze button stops the alarm for a few minutes so you can stay in bed a little longer.
Sometimes a little longer becomes half an hour.
That is true. Another useful expression is, I'm in a hurry. You're in a hurry when you don't have much time and need to move quickly. I didn't eat breakfast because I was in a hurry.
And one more phrase, I grabbed something on the way out. This means you quickly take something as you're leaving. I grabbed a banana on the way out. Let's say them again slowly. My alarm goes off at 7. I pressed the snooze button. I'm in a hurry. I grabbed something on the way out.
Now think about your own morning. What time does your alarm normally go off? Do you get out of bed immediately, or do you stay in bed for a few more minutes? And what do you usually eat or drink in the morning? Keep your answer in your mind. Now, are you having a busy week at work?
Very busy. I have 2 reports to finish, several meetings, and a big presentation on Thursday afternoon.
That sounds like a lot. Have you started preparing the presentation?
A little. I am comfortable talking to a small group, but presenting to a large room feels completely different.
What makes you nervous?
I worry that someone will ask a question I cannot answer. I also tend to speak too quickly when I feel nervous.
Many people do that. They just want to reach the end as fast as possible.
Exactly. Last time, one of my colleagues told me that I finished a 20-minute presentation in 14 minutes.
14 minutes? That is impressively fast.
It was not meant to be impressive. People probably needed subtitles.
How are you preparing differently this time?
I am practicing aloud and recording myself on my phone. When I listen back, I can hear where I am speaking too quickly or not explaining something clearly.
That is a really useful method. Do you write out a complete script?
No. If I write every word, I become too focused on remembering the exact sentences. I prefer short notes with just the main points.
I agree. A full script can sometimes make a presentation sound less natural. What else are you working on this week?
I am helping to organize a training event for new employees.
When is the event?
Next Monday, so we are checking all the final details now. We need to confirm the room, prepare the materials, and make sure everyone knows the schedule.
Are you responsible for all of that?
Not alone. There are 4 people in the team, and we have divided the work between us.
What is your part?
I am preparing the welcome presentation and organizing the printed materials.
Do you enjoy organizing events?
I enjoy the planning, but the final few days can be stressful because small problems always appear.
What kind of problems?
Someone may cancel, the room may suddenly become unavailable, or the printer may stop at the worst possible moment.
Sarcasm. Printers seem to know when something is urgent.
Exactly. They work perfectly for 3 months and then stop 5 minutes before an important meeting. How do you organize your daily tasks?
I write a list in the morning and choose the 3 most important things.
Only 3?
3 main tasks. I may also have several smaller things to do, but if I finish the 3 important, I feel the day was productive.
That is probably much better than writing a list of 20 things and feeling bad at the end.
Yes, I used to write extremely long lists. Then I would finish 10 tasks and still feel bad because 5 were left. Do you work better in the morning or afternoon?
Definitely in the morning. I have more energy and can concentrate much easier. I'm the same. I try to do difficult work before checking too many emails.
Why?
Because emails can control your entire day. You open your inbox to answer one message and suddenly 40 minutes have disappeared.
And there are often more emails when you started.
Exactly. It feels like trying to empty the sea with a small cup.
That is quite dramatic, but very accurate. Fair enough. Do you take regular breaks?
I try to take short breaks every hour or so. I stand up, get some water, or walk around for a few minutes.
Does that help you concentrate?
Yes, if I sit for 3 hours without moving, I become tired and stop thinking clearly.
Vocabulary review for work.
Let's review a few useful work expressions. A deadline is the date or time when a task must be completed. The deadline for the report is Friday afternoon.
A colleague is someone you work with. I asked a colleague to check my presentation.
Feedback is information or advice about how you can improve something. My manager gave me useful feedback.
And if a task is not finished, but you're actively doing it, you can say, I'm working on it. Is the presentation ready? Not yet, but I'm working on it.
One more phrase. I'm on track. If you are on track, you are making the expected progress and will probably finish on time. We are on track to finish the project by Friday.
Let's repeat. I have an important deadline. Thank you for the feedback. I'm still working on it. The project is on track.
Now, think about your work or studies. What are you working on at the moment? Do you have an important deadline? And what helps you concentrate?
Speaking of concentration, are you hungry?
A little. Why do you ask?
Because we have been talking about work for quite a while, and I have started thinking about lunch. What are you having?
I brought vegetable soup and some bread from home.
Did you make the soup yourself?
Yes, I made a large pot on Sunday, so I've been eating it for several days.
Do you not get tired of eating the exact same thing?
Sometimes, but it saves time. I don't want to cook a completely different meal every single evening.
That is understandable. What vegetables are in the soup?
Carrots, potatoes, onions, tomatoes, and a few other things that were left in the fridge.
So it was also a way to use the vegetables before they became too old.
Exactly. I really don't like wasting food.
Did you follow a recipe?
Not really. I've made similar soups several times, so I just added what I had.
That sounds slightly dangerous.
Why dangerous?
Because you are very confident in the kitchen, but you sometimes add too much of something.
Are you talking about the curry?
I am absolutely talking about the curry.
The curry was not that bad.
It was so spicy that you had to drink water after every single bite.
I made one small mistake.
You added 3 times the amount of chili in the recipe.
I thought the amount looked too small.
Recipes usually have a reason for giving specific amounts. I understand that now.
Did you finish it?
Yes, I made it, so I felt responsible for eating it.
That's impressive commitment. What are you having for lunch?
A chicken and vegetable sandwich, some fruit, and a small yogurt.
Did you prepare it this morning?
I prepared most of it last night because I knew I would be in a hurry.
Very organized.
Occasionally. Do you enjoy cooking?
Yes, but mainly when I have enough time. During the week, I usually choose meals that take less than 30 minutes.
What is your favorite quick meal?
Pasta with tomatoes, garlic, and cheese. It's simple, but if the ingredients are good, it tastes wonderful.
Do you make the sauce yourself?
Yes, I cook garlic in a little olive oil, add tomatoes, and let everything cook for about 15 minutes.
That sounds easy enough.
It is. The important thing is not to burn the garlic.
Have you done that before?
Many times. Garlic changes from perfect to burnt in about 5 seconds.
That is so true. What is the best thing you can cook?
Probably roast chicken with vegetables.
Do you make that often?
Maybe once or twice a month. It takes longer, but most of the work is done by the oven.
That is my favorite kind of cooking. You prepare everything, put it in the oven, and wait. Do you listen to music while you cook?
Always. Cooking feels much more enjoyable with music.
Do you sing?
Sometimes well, but that was not part of the question, so the answer is no. I enjoy it, and that's the important thing.
Fair enough. Do you prefer eating at home or going to restaurants?
I prefer eating at home most of the time because it's cheaper and more relaxing, but I enjoy restaurants when I want to try food I cannot easily make myself.
What kind of restaurant do you like?
Small places with a simple menu. I become suspicious when a restaurant offers pizza, sushi, burgers, curry, and 20 other things because it's difficult to do everything well.
Exactly. I prefer a place that focuses on just a few dishes.
Let's practice a restaurant conversation. You be the waiter.
Good evening. Welcome. Do you have a reservation?
Yes, I booked a table for 2.
Perfect. Your table is ready. Please follow me.
Thank you.
Here are your menus. Can I get you something to drink?
Could I have a glass of sparkling water, please?
Of course. Are you ready to order or would you like a few more minutes?
We need a few more minutes, please.
No problem. I'll come back shortly. Are you ready to order now?
Yes, I'd like the tomato soup to start, and then I'll have the grilled salmon.
Would you like vegetables or chips with the salmon?
Vegetables, please.
Excellent. Is there anything else?
Nope, that's everything. Thank you.
Perfect. I'll bring your drinks in a moment.
Useful restaurant phrases include, do you have a reservation? We need a few more minutes. I'd like the tomato soup, please. Could we have the bill, please?
Let's repeat. I booked a table for 2. We need a few more minutes. I'd like the tomato soup, please. Could we have the bill, please?
Now think about your favorite food. What meal can you cook well, and what would you order in a restaurant?
We covered a lot of English today. We talked about morning routines, work and daily responsibilities, cooking and restaurants.
You heard useful vocabulary, natural expressions, and many common questions. You didn't need to memorize everything. You simply listened and followed a natural conversation.
Some phrases may already feel familiar. Others may need more time, and that is completely normal. Language learning happens through repeated contact.
When you hear the same phrase in different conversations, your brain slowly understands how it is used. Then one day, the phrase comes into your mind right when you need it.
That is why listening regularly is so important. You don't need to study for 5 hours every day. A little English every day is often much more useful than one very long study session once a month.
Listen while you travel, walk, or prepare food. Repeat the expressions you find useful. Try to answer simple questions about your own life, and remember that mistakes are part of the process.
You don't have to wait until your English is perfect before you speak. Your English improves because you use it.
If you listened until this point, you have completed around 18 minutes of English listening practice. That is definitely something to be proud of.
Before you leave, write one sentence in the comments and tell us which section you found most useful. You could write, "To be honest, I enjoyed the restaurant section most," or "The section about work was useful because I need English for my job."
Try to use one expression from today. Your sentence does not need to be perfect, just try. We will see you in the next episode. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us on Fleur Fluency today. If this podcast helped you, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who's learning English. Sleep well, everyone, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.